flying daughter of Trippy, Franny from the Gavin Fund sale for Mrs. O has come through and notched up another impressive victory. You've had the privilege of riding her in 4 out of her 5 victories now?
Yeah, no, she's very talented, you know, and they were out to catch us up today. They want to cut our throats, and I just realized, you know, we're going to be going too fast. We've got 60, they got no weight on their back. And I decided to let him pull me along a little bit. And yeah, she was courageous. She kicked on and she won with a little bit in hand at the end. But you know, that's not the style of racing, so you get a bit worried, you know. But it just shows you when they got ability, it doesn't really matter what happens.
And you're feeling 1,000, 1,200. She seems very effective over the 1,000. A little bit further, she's got the class to see it.
Yeah, she's always given me the impression that she will get a 6 furlong, maybe later on. But you know what? They've got a plan. They've got a plan for 1,000 meters coming up. So let them stick to the plan, and maybe next year sometime. Yeah.
I got a couple of nice rides still to come. Silver Spring and 1 or 2 others. Would you point us in the right direction? Which you think is your next best?
Well, I thought Silver Spring and Saucy Savannah maybe my next best 2 rides. Yeah. Thanks very much to Gavin. Thank you to Mrs. O. Really appreciate the ride. Gav, very kind to put me back on while Brendan's off.
Well done.
Thanks very much, and thank you to my sponsor, Aventure.
There you have it, Anthony Delpeche partnering in 4 out of her 5 victories. Now, this is a very special filly in your yard.
Yeah, I mean, she'd be special in anyone's yard. You know, she's really a lovely filly, and you know, I think very well done to Drakenstein and Trippy. You know, it's great for that stallion. You know, there's a lot expected of him, and it's nice that she's doing the job properly. I was quite impressed in a way. I was not happy, but impressed with the tactic that they try to use on Cherry Tripper. Is it Cherry?
Yeah, Cherry Tripper. Try to throw you off track there with that one.
Yes, you know, it taught me a little bit about this filly. You know, if you always have it your own way, you're not too sure what's going to happen when you come under a bit of a fight. And you know, they sent out a claim 4 on that Cherry Tripper, and she came to spoil the tactics a little bit. And you know, Anthony was moaning about it. I said, you know, Anthony, if the shoe was on the other foot, we'd probably try and do the same. You know, and it showed me that this filly could settle off something that wanted to, you know, commit suicide. And then she fought on nicely and went on and did the job. And Anthony said that she had a bit in hand at the finish. So I think it's a win full of merit. We all thought maybe she'd just go out there and blitz them again. Interesting, the time is a second slower than her last race. Yeah, it's exactly a second slower. I don't know whether the conditions are different, or whether the track's slightly heavier, or maybe, you know, I don't know. But nevertheless, the time is a bit slower. But she's not stressed. She's breathing nicely after the race. And Anthony did say she won with a bit in hand at the finish. So very well done to Anthony, to Mrs. Oppenheimer, to Guy Murdoch back at the farm, and to Drakenstein Stud.
Now to bring on the computer form.
Sorry, I must correct that as well. Drakenstein have got the stallion, but Highlands Stud bred this filly, and well done to Mike Sharkey and Highlands.
In talking about the computer form sprint, is there another run in between for her, or you go straight for that?
Yes, there's a race here over 1,000 meters on the 31st of March. It's a fillies race over 1,000, so we'll have a crack at that, and then we'll go to the computer form, all going well.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much, and well done to my staff and my assistants, my son Gareth, while I've been in Johannesburg, and Open Sea, and Jessica, and the whole team. It's a team effort, and I appreciate the work that the whole team do for us.
And just before we let you go, I spoke to Gareth during the week. Silver Spring, he's a horse with a reputation, and that horse at the back, Sexuan, he seems like he'll relish this galloping course.
Yes, you know, he'd had a little injury after his penultimate, and so I had to back off him a little bit, and he needed the last run. He did still run second, which I thought was a good effort. All being well with that run, bringing him on, he'll be quite hard to beat. I think he's a serious run in that maiden plate. And Silver Spring is a horse that I think quite highly of. I think he's a horse that's going on to better things. This will be 3 in a row. There was a problem with him after his last run. He had a bruise on his foot, so we had to take it easy with him. So he's not quite 100%, but I think 95% or 90% is going to be good enough to get him there, I'm hoping.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done to the Gavin Van Zyl team, the daughter of Trippy, bred by the Highlands Farm Stud, for Mrs. Bridget Oppenheimer. And Franny, she's certainly got bigger fish to fry, and she's come through with flying colours once again.